In English, we just say but for everything.
Like, I'm tired, but I'll go. Or, it's not blue, but green.
He didn't leave early, but stayed until the end. But in Spanish, in order to say all these sentences correctly, we need to choose between three different words: pero, sino, and sino que.
That's why today we're going to break down each one of these words and give you clear examples to help improve your Spanish. Of course, don't forget that we now have PDF guides that go with each of our video lessons for all of our YouTube and Patreon members at the Primo level or higher, or you can purchase them on Patreon. And of course, as a member, you'll receive extra exclusive benefits.
We'll leave those links in the description of this video.
Okay, let's first talk about pero. So, pero means but or however. And we use pero when we have two statements that are both true and valid, but we're just contrasting them.
So our structure will look like a true or valid statement, then pero, and then a contrasting clause.
Right, so for example, we could say something like, I like playing the guitar, but I like playing the piano more.
Me gusta tocar la guitarra, pero me gusta más tocar el piano.
So first we have, I like playing the guitar. It's true, I do. And I like playing the piano. That's also true. But we contrast saying, I like this, but I like this more. So that's our rule we're going to follow, okay? Let's see another one. I'm tired, but I'll go.
Estoy cansado, pero voy a ir.
So I am tired, that's true, but I'm still going to go. She speaks Spanish quickly, but clearly.
Ella habla español rápido, pero claramente.
The entrance to the castle is expensive, but worth it.
La entrada al castillo es cara, pero vale la pena.
So the most important thing to remember here is that our first sentence is not negative. It's a true or valid statement, and then we're just adding another clause that adds a little contrast.
And that brings us to our second but word, sino. But first, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you still haven't. It really helps us out.
Okay, now sino doesn't mean but like pero, but means rather but rather or instead. Now we use sino when the first part of our sentence is negative, and in the second part we're correcting or replacing it with another word. So we'll get to a few examples in a second, but first let's see its structure.
First, we have a negative statement, then sino, and then a correction, which can be a noun, an adjective, or an infinitive verb.
Let's first see sino used with a noun. So for example, we could say something like, I don't want pizza, but pasta instead.
No quiero pizza, sino pasta.
So first we have a negative statement. I don't want pizza. And then sino, meaning but rather or instead, and then we're replacing the noun pizza with what we want, which in this case is pasta. Let's see another one. I didn't call my parents, but rather my brother.
No llamé a mis papás, sino a mi hermano.
Now, this is a good example here where we don't want to forget our personal a. Now, if you don't remember what a personal a is, we have a video that you can check out here, or we'll also leave the link to that video in the description below. But basically, the personal a, we need to put an a whenever we have a person that's also a direct object, which in this case is both parents and brother. So that's why that a is there. Now, let's see sino used with an adjective. Maria's dress isn't red, but salmon colored.
El vestido de María no es rojo, sino salmón.
His attitude wasn't humble, but arrogant and dismissive.
Su actitud no era humilde, sino arrogante y desdeñosa.
And we use sino when it's followed by a verb in the infinitive. So for example, they didn't plan to leave early, but to stay until the end.
No pensaban irse, sino quedarse hasta el final.
So notice here, quedarse is not conjugated. Quedarse is in its infinitive form. I didn't come to argue, but help.
No vine a discutir, sino a ayudar.
Now, let's look at this example really quick. Why is there an a before ayudar? Okay, well, we've studied verb phrases before and have another video on those verb phrases that we'll put here or in the description of this video. We'll leave the link. But basically, it says that when we have verbs of movement, we tend to have a structure that's verb plus a plus infinitive. So in this case, we see vine a discutir. Now, in the second part, when we have but rather, we don't need to say vine again, vine a ayudar, so we just have a ayudar. But that's why, it's that same structure. But the key rule to remember when using sino instead of pero is that the first part of the sentence will have a no or some other type of negation. And then sino, and then the second part will be replacing or correcting the first part, either with a noun, adjective, or verb in the infinitive. So great, that's really helpful. But what about when we want to replace our first clause with another full clause or a conjugated verb? Well, that's when we're going to use sino que.
Let's take a look at this structure. We have a negative statement, then sino que, and then a correction, but this time with a conjugated verb or a full clause.
So, for example, we could say, we didn't take the train, but rather we decided to drive the whole way.
No tomamos el tren, sino que decidimos manejar todo el camino.
So, in the first part, we have our no or our negation. We did not take the train. Then sino que, and then we have our conjugated verb, decidimos. They didn't forget my birthday, but rather planned a surprise party.
No se olvidaron de mi cumpleaños, sino que organizaron una fiesta sorpresa.
I'm not saying that he's lying, but that he's confused.
No digo que esté mintiendo, sino que está confundido.
Okay, finally, before our little quiz, let's go through a simple sentence that compares all three forms, pero, sino, and sino que. So first we have, I like tea, but I prefer coffee.
Me gusta el té, pero prefiero el café.
So here, both statements are correct. I like tea and I like coffee, but the contrast is that I prefer coffee. Now, if we were to say, I don't like tea, but rather coffee.
No me gusta el té, sino el café.
So first we have a no or a negation. I do not like tea. But then we replace it with something else. But I like coffee instead. And lastly, we could say, I don't like tea. I drink coffee instead.
No me gusta el té, sino que tomo café.
So again, we have our negation. I do not like tea, but rather, and then we have a full clause or a conjugated verb. I drink coffee. So that's why we need sino que. Okay, I think we understand. So let's do a quick quiz now to practice what we've learned. So in this case, Darcy is going to read a sentence, leaving a blank, and you have to answer with pero, sino, or sino que.
Okay, ready? Number 1. No compré el abrigo, blank, una chamarra más ligera. No compré el abrigo, sino una chamarra más ligera.
So in this first part, we have our no or negation. I didn't buy a coat, and then we're replacing it with something else, but rather a light jacket.
Number 2. Quería ayudarte, blank, no sabía cómo hacerlo. Quería ayudarte, pero no sabía cómo hacerlo.
So here in the first part, we don't have any negation. So that's your clear answer that it's going to be pero. Both ideas are true, but we just have a contrast. I wanted to help, but didn't know how.
Number 3. Ella no se quedó en casa, blank, salió con sus amigos. Ella no se quedó en casa, sino que salió con sus amigos.
So first we have our no or negation. She didn't stay home in the first part. Now in the second part, we replace it with what happened. And she went out with her friends. We have a conjugated verb, salió. So we need sino que.
Number 4. No es que no me guste el cine, blank, prefiero ver series en casa. No es que no me guste el cine, sino que prefiero ver series en casa.
So again, we have a no or a negation in the first part, and then we have a conjugated verb, prefiero, so we need sino que.
Number 5. Me invitó a la fiesta, blank, tuve que trabajar esa noche. Me invitó a la fiesta, pero tuve que trabajar esa noche.
So we have no negation in the first part. They invited me to the party. That's true. So we need pero. So, how'd you do? Did you get them all right? Let us know in the comments.
Also, we want to thank Marta Fagundes for becoming a Patreon amigo, and to Douglas for his Buy Me a Coffee donation.
Now, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you still haven't, and watch this video to keep improving your Spanish. Until next time.